This video will review FieldGroove's calendar and dispatcher. The calendar and dispatcher are key parts of our workflow that take estimates through the scheduling process. For more information on the workflow, see our previous training videos to learn about the dashboard, leads, estimates, and more. The calendar sports powerful filters, a drag and drop interface, and everything else needed to schedule and complete jobs. The dispatcher can be used in tandem with the calendar and provides an elegant way to see which jobs are on each truck for a given day and manage installers. This eliminates the need for magnets, whiteboards, and post-it notes for your job scheduling. The calendar and dispatcher can be used together to make working with jobs incredibly efficient. Every aspect of scheduling can be done on the calendar, including assigning trucks and crews, as well as recording your product usage and employee hours. This tutorial will give you an overview of how all this works. So let's get started. We're going to create some work orders, some with multiple events, and assign them to crews and trucks with the new dispatcher. You'll see here we have 4 opportunities that need to be converted to jobs. So the first step is to accept them, mark them as ready for work order, and create some work orders. First thing you'll see is that when you create a work order across multiple days, you have some new options to exclude Saturdays, exclude Sundays. So if you're creating a multi-week event, it'll allocate them the way you like. You need to pick a couple of items for the work order. So now in our calendar, you see we have 3 different events that all can be independently moved around the calendar. In the prior release, these would all be one event, and you need to have separate work orders if you need them to be on non-contiguous days. So if we come back to our opportunity screen, you'll see that that is not here anymore. Just like before, it is now a job. You can see this is the one that we scheduled for next week. And you can also see that we still have an outstanding work order that needs to be created to complete the job. So we'll come and we'll finish this one out by creating a final work order to close this one out. We'll throw that on the same week over a 2-day period. Now our calendar has 2 different types of events. For the sake of time, I'm going to build these out onto the calendar the same way so we have some more data to play with. So one feature you'll notice on the new calendar is that related events tied to the same work order are highlighted with a dotted border. You can see here is an event that is one event work order. If I want to split this into multiple, I can grab the edge and drag it. I will get asked if I really want to split this into 3 events, and you can see now that it has been split into these 3 events here. If you want to delete an event, simply click on it. Down at the bottom, you can click here to permanently delete it. Now we just have the event on the 1st and 3rd day, and they can be dragged around as needed. So one great new feature in this release is that once you have a work order that does not have a date assigned to it, in this example, I'm going to create a spray foam work order and not schedule it. When you go to the calendar, it will show up as an unscheduled job. So this is handy for when you don't know when it's going to be done. You can simply take these and drag them onto the calendar, creating a scheduled event. So now it's scheduled, and you can go through the workflow as in the prior release. The calendar is also a great way to assign crews and trucks to events. Simply come down here, assign a crew, and assign a truck. And via this dialog here, you can pull the members, the installers, off of that crew automatically, and even add another installer at the press of a button. So this allows you to build out your trucks, crews, and installers ahead of time. Obviously they can be adjusted prior to the event, the day before, or whenever it is you do your scheduling. The FieldGroove calendar has powerful filters that allow you to only see what matters to your task at hand. On the left, you'll see a search button at the top. Enter your search criteria and press enter to apply. Clear it and it resets the calendar to its default view. You can also sort by status, by salesperson, and by truck, and by work order type, crew selection, and by other criteria as shown here. In this example, you'll see only bat installations or spray foam installations that are not assigned to trucks yet. Press the Save Filter option to reuse a filter in the future and share filters with other team members. This checkbox would keep this filter private. So to recap, there's 3 ways to add more events to an existing work order. One is you can drag an event across multiple days. Note that if an event has an hourly time slot, you cannot drag its edge. It's only for all day events. So to do this, you could move it up, drag it, and then bring the pieces back down again. Second is you can click on an event and add more events to it by clicking here. And third, you can filter to show scheduled events here and put existing items onto the calendar to add another day. So first, let's have a quick recap of event status terminology. There's 4 stages of an event. There's scheduled, meaning that it has a date and it shows up on the calendar. Verified. This status is typically set by the salesperson after they verify all of the options, the dimensions, and the products with the client. Confirmed, which indicates that a job is ready to be put on a truck. So this may happen when a builder has confirmed that they are ready for your trucks to be on site, and completed, indicating that the job is done. The colors for each type of work order can be changed in your settings by clicking here under More Work Order Types. Simply click on each one and change the colors as desired. In addition, FieldGroove uses 3 shading and highlighting techniques to let staff know the status of jobs. A lighter background color represents scheduled jobs. You can see there are 3 of them here on the 25th. If I change the filter, it will show just those 3 events. You can also see the status by clicking on the event here. A bold border indicates jobs that are verified, and a dark background represents jobs that are confirmed. The system will move to dispatching phase once jobs are confirmed. For example, if we move to the dispatcher now for the 25th, you will see these 2 jobs ready to be put on trucks and to have crews assigned. There are 2 ways to assign crews. From the calendar, you can click on the event and assign it here. The default truck and crew will auto-populate. You can then move down to the bottom and add installers by clicking this populate button. We will add installers to the first 2 jobs here from the calendar. Now that we added a crew to these 2 jobs, you will see that they have been assigned on the dispatcher for the 25th. Job 1 and Job 2. So remember that we have a total of 6 jobs pending on the 25th. So let's go mark the remaining jobs as confirmed and ready for assignment, and then assign the remaining trucks and crews. I'm going to quickly confirm the remaining 4 jobs for the day. Now on our dispatcher, we have 6 jobs ready. 2 are assigned, 4 are not. To put a work order on a truck, simply click it and put it on an empty slot. More slots will appear when the truck gets filled. Now you can see we've assigned all of our jobs. To change or remove an assignment, click one of these two buttons as shown here. To change, simply click and put it on a different truck. And to remove, click here and it comes back into the unpopulated list. And just like on the calendar, you can add an installer to an existing crew by opening an event and selecting it at the bottom of the screen. In this example, we're going to add a third installer. Now that our day is built, we can download the work orders as shown here. You can see for our work orders we have 8 pages showing the product, the work area, the depth, R value, and other needed information to complete the job.
Thank you for watching our video. Please contact us by emailing support@fieldgroove.com, by calling, or by clicking the orange ellipsis symbol in the bottom of the screen.